Hey there, Mike.
How's it going, Lee?
Good, good. Thanks for having me.
Of course, man. Of course. Want to get into this new album and tour, obviously, but let's start with the album, man. Kind of curious. Rad to read that you hooked up with Cody Quistad from Wage War, but I'm sitting here trying to think, how the hell are two of the busiest guys in rock ever going to get together to have time to record an album? I imagine it was a lot of piecemealing and sending files back and forth and here and there and kind of working on it when you can versus the old traditional method of locking down in the studio for a couple months.
Yeah, it's funny you say that. We tried to do it on the Skeletons album and get some time together, but we couldn't make it happen. So we made sure though this album. I went down to Nashville for I want to say a week or so, and we try to knock out two or three songs. You know what I mean? We get what we could, and we obviously had the magic with What Remains ended up being the title track. So I mean, it just tip in the iceberg. I can't wait to get back with Cody again. Obviously, we know each other that much more now, so it'll be interesting to see what the future holds. But certainly on this album, he was just monumental. He's such a great guy, so talented as everyone knows, and just great to be able to have some special songs come together with him and I. It was awesome.
Yeah, it's great that he's really become, in addition to his own band, a really
Yeah,
big songwriter and producer and twisting the
yeah.
knobs and writing riffs and everything. And was it true that the When Bullets Miss is the first one that kind of got the ball rolling?
Bullet Smiths I wrote with Drew Falk. We
Oh,
the first one I did with Cody was Enough Is Enough.
that's what it was.
Yep, Enough Is Enough was with Cody, and was super excited. Again, I didn't know if that was even going to make the record at the time. We just knew we were liking where the melody was going. It just felt good, and went back in the next day, and I said, just give me something, give me one of those, let me hear some one of those, those sweet Cody riffs I've been hearing for all these years. Let me give me something, and he wrote something for me, and I was, and I stepped in and heard, and I was like, and I didn't know him well, so I didn't want to tell him no, but I was like,
Right.
no, I'm hearing something in my head that's more like, give me something like with your fingers rolling. And he goes, okay, I got you. And he did the riff for What Remains, and literally wrote the lyrics in 25 minutes. The song was done. So I was like,
Wow.
so that doesn't happen all the time. But when you just really feeling it, his energy was just so positive, and I was like, oh my gosh, I'm hearing this chorus now, never. And just boom, the lyrics kind of came together, and I knew I had the concept for What Remains at the time, and then just the rest is history, man. But those were the first two, and we had talked about even getting together for more, but it was just like you said, our schedules were so crazy, and obviously he's got his own band that's been blowing up too. So
Yeah.
he's just getting him in a room, and then with me, it didn't work. But we're hoping in the future we'll get plenty more opportunities to keep doing what we do. But these two were great, and obviously they both made the record. So I'm super grateful for Cody, all his hard work.
Dude, I gotta say, talking about specific songs on the album, when Bullets Miss, I was kind of curious. There's like this whole like
Yeah,
satanic voice kind of mixed in there, and
yeah,
curious
yeah.
where that came from and what is he saying, more importantly.
Well, it was interesting, that song. I haven't done a ton of interviews yet, but the interviews I've done, everyone's talking to me about Bullet the Miss, and it's and ironically, it didn't have anything to do. I wrote this. It was been a couple years ago now that was done, but it was in reminder to me of all those people that kind of like, took shots at you over the years, that thought you weren't going to do this or not going to do that. All those people that kind of tell every day you go on and keep doing what you love is a bullet that missed. You know what I mean? So it's kind of just, again, there's so much of me on this album, where in the past it was just so much easier for me to write about someone else, or put myself in someone else's shoes. And whenever it was an opportunity to write about myself, I'd always grown up with that mentality. You're the singer, it shouldn't be about I, it should be we. And I kind of always shied away from that, and but this album, it was no, 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 it's I need to heal, I need my own opportunity to kind of say what I need to say. And it was I am what remains, I'm on my death walk, what I mean, just a lot of first person, like, healing that needed to happen for me personally off the stage, so I could be better on it. But yeah, Bolt that Miss, it just kind of, I think when it was, we already had some of the other songs done, so I was just like, I'm just gonna, and then just kind of, yeah, I remember being in the vocal booth in that, and I was just and just kind of just took it up, and trying to take my voice in places where I hadn't gone before, and again didn't really think anything about it other than not if that's going to make the record or anything. Just seeing, what my producer, seeing what the band would do, and everyone was just love. I didn't even know if I liked it at first. I'm like, I don't know. Everyone was like, oh, dude, well, this is ridiculous. This is awesome. So I'm like, all right, well, let's just roll with it and push it. And then, of course, as we started to live with it more, I was like, okay, yeah, this is cool. This is cool. And just a fun song, man. Really excited to kind of get that one, with the band live and just see how that one comes over with the fans once we can play it for them, on stage. But it definitely one we're excited about for sure.
Yeah, man. Looking forward to this tour and wanted to get into that a little bit and kind of
Yeah.
curious how many of these new songs are going to work their way into the set because you got so many songs now and all these albums that you have to play. It's got to be tough.
Yeah. The political answer is I don't know. You have to wait and see to find out. But the real answer is, man, I don't know. That's going to be a big challenge, right? With all the songs we have and 8 albums in, there's definitely songs that fans want to hear, and there's songs that like the band members we just don't want to play. You know what I mean? Like we want to try to like move forward, and obviously we're calling this the new era of pop evil, and it certainly feels like it with just the amount of positive energy that's circling around, behind the scenes. I mean, for any band in the early days, there's a lot of unknowns. There's a lot of like I guess I want to call it graduating from being a real world musician, just being in the real world and kind of a rookie. And then there's the becoming that professional where you understand, like, hey, you need people to be successful. You need to be grateful, right, for your band members, And I think that when you're a singer and an owner, it's a lot. It's so easy for people to hate you or to not, because they're so used to us getting whatever we get, right? Like you're the singer, or you get blah blah blah. But now having a bunch of guys that I feel supported behind me, and really kind of have pushed me to be better. I mean, obviously everyone in the band now is a pro, no doubt about it, And of course the guys like my guitar players that have been with me for years. I'm so supportive, and to have them still be here with all the kind of people who have left and come and gone, and the situations we've dealt with COVID. It's like, um, even though not necessarily there's hasn't been with the past band members, it hasn't been any kind of like middle fingers and I hate yous, but it's just I think it's like the wishful thinking, like when you start out. You wish that, and you're kind of hopeful that you're going to be with these guys forever, and you don't realize that life happens and people leave for good reasons for them. That doesn't mean it's a great reason for you, but people are leaving for, you know, their personal reasons. Like, life happens to them. They have to make decisions what's best for them. And, you respect that, but still there's that part of you that's that wishful thinking side. It's like, man, like you came here, man. Because it's a relationship, right? Like it's a relationship you make with when you almost put a ring on, but the ring isn't a ring, it's the dream. You put the dream around all five of us and go, we're going to be a part of something special. And then when you bail on that, it's tough. It's tough. You know what I mean? And like everything in your dream or everything that has to do with your dream deals with other people. So when those other people let you down in those ways, it can be tough, man. And obviously I'm probably let people down too. So you at some point, and I think COVID really shook a lot of us, right? Like it was like, wow, like you finally for the first time we had it all taken away from us. So when we came back, those of us that did come back, it was with humility. It was an opportunity to be humble, to be grateful. And those of us, at least in pop people that are here, and again, time will tell. I mean, like we're not guaranteed anything tomorrow, but at least for today, the way we're appreciating each other, the way we're talking to each other is definitely promising, and it's exciting to. It's something I look forward to for the first time in a long time being in a band. It's something I miss the guys, man. Like I miss an opportunity to try to chase perfection. I mean, that's the big term we like to use. It's sounding as good as we can every night and making sure we're putting on the best show put forward with the means that we have to really give the fans an opportunity when they see us to be like, oh man, like. Oh, dude, I love this. Oh, I forgot about that song. I love that song, man. These guys are really good. That's all we can ask. And then hopefully they'll come see us again. Because in life, in this touring side, I mean, the chances that someone's going to see you more than once are very limited. So, those fans that have seen us more than once, we really try to be responsible enough to give them the respect they deserve, and give them an even better show, hopefully, than they saw last time. So it's just a different mindset, man, that we have here in this. That's why we're really calling it this new era of pop evil. And what remains, when the shit really hits the fan, right? Like you have a choice. I can't control what you do. You can't control what I can't control what my band does, but I
Right.
can certainly control what I do about making sure that I can come out of that, trying to be better and trying to put a better version of myself that was there before, or I can, decide to not get out of bed. You have to kind of challenge yourself, because it's some days it's not as easier than others, and you have to make sure that you're committed to your other band brothers to to be perfect. And when we're going to take that time away from our family and friends and step out of our personal world, we want to make sure that we don't take those people for granted. And when we are together as a unit, as a Pop Evil team, that we can really try to chase greatness, man, and try to be better than we were last album, better than we were last tour. So to have five guys now, and of course our management and our label all on the same page, and man, it's exciting, man, to see possibly what the future holds for Pop Evil, and the things we might be able to accomplish.
Well, I'm looking forward to this tour, man. Last time I saw you on the last album, Haley was still behind the drums, and
Yeah.
looking forward. I've never seen Blake Allison play drums before. I'm used to him singing and playing guitar. So,
Yeah, I'm telling you, nothing against Haley, because she's absolute beast and she's amazing, and we wish her all the best. But Blake, you're going to soon love Blake. He is unbelievable, and he was a drummer first. So to have an opportunity with Pop Evil to give him a vessel to be able to showcase his drums again, as a fan of his, I couldn't be more proud of just the kind of person he is. He's man, he's beyond talented, and forget about his musical talent. Just as a person, as a friend, as a leader, he just great. And obviously on this tour, to have him not only play drums for Pop Evil, but to be able to play, to sing and play the guitar and devour the day. I mean, it's going to be a fun tour for Blake and Joey as well, and I'm
yeah.
excited for those guys, and I'm excited for us too. I mean, the way they've been able to help elevate Pop Evil, I'm grateful for those guys forever, and hopefully they're around and we can build something special where we can be around together for a long time. We're definitely all hoping for that.
Yeah, and also want to give a shout out to the other bands on the bill, Return to Dust and Oni, who you've done a couple touring cycles.
Yeah.
He was on the last one you did too. He's a lifer like you.
Yeah, both great bands. Obviously, Oni, we just got off tour with. They're such great guys, so talented. So to be back out with them, it's going to be like a family reunion, so to speak. But I can guarantee the energy on this tour is going to be probably the best Pop Evil tour of all time so far. So we can't wait to get out there here this spring, and to not only be playing a few of the old ones, but of course definitely excited about this new stuff that we're going to play, and certainly this new album on the horizon as well.
Yeah, looking forward to it. Looking forward to the show. Loving the new album. Leigh, appreciate the time. Last couple of things I wanted to hit you with a little bit
Yeah.
outside of Pop Evil.
Yeah.
Certainly when you think of hard rock and metal, you think of the Prince of Darkness, Ozzy Osbourne.
Yeah, of course.
Got his big final show coming up, doing an
Yeah.
Ozzy set, doing a Sabbath set.
Yeah.
And it seems like every day they're adding people to this lineup, this huge lineup
Yeah.
going down in July 5th in England. Hypothetically speaking, say you
Yeah.
got the phone call to join that and
Yeah.
said, hey, what Ozzy or Sabbath song would you like to sing? What do you think it would be if you got that phone call?
Oh
Hypothetically.
my gosh, man. I don't, there's so many good ones. It would be whatever anyone he would offer would be an honor, I mean, just to be a part of it. And, I've been blessed to share the stage with Ozzy a handful of times. So, I mean, to be able to have a couple Ozzy stories for my personal family and friends is, I feel honored just to have that. So, I mean, I can't even fathom that I'd be a part. Obviously, he's in a whole different era than me, but certainly he's influenced me from the beginning, and that so grateful that I've been able to be a part of his journey in some way. And if I can't be a part of it on stage with her, I can't wait to just see what everyone's doing. But I don't think I have a particular song that I would want to do. I would just be honored to do whatever they wanted me to do, whatever that would be. I guarantee you, if he whatever song he asked me to do would be my new favorite Ozzy song for sure. That's all I know for sure.
Well, I think the real question I'm trying to get at, are you more a Sabbath or more Ozzy fan when it comes to him?
I don't have any true preference there with Ozzy. I mean, obviously I like Sabbath, but I in the later years of Ozzy, it's a different kind of love, right? Like Black Sabbath, I was younger, so I mean, there's certainly an appreciation I have being older there. But when I was younger, I was growing up with more of the just the modern day Ozzy. You know what I mean? So it would be tough for me to choose one. But again, I think that's why I say if they whatever they asked me to do would probably be more my where my loyalty would roll. But I mean, for now, I'd probably say newer Ozzy, just because it's more. I can think of more of my childhood or my high school and teen years. Listen to some of that.
Watching all those music videos growing up and everything.
Definitely, definitely.
Yeah, man. And last thing I got for you too, we're an old school radio station. One other thing I need to get your
Yeah,
opinion on. We're an old
yeah.
school station. We do mandatory Metallica every night at 10
Oh, I
p.m.
love it. I love it. I
And
love it.
I've been having this little Metallica debate. My buddy and I kind of debating their best thrash metal album. Wanted to get your pick, see where you land. My buddy says Ride the Lightning, where I come down on the next album, Master of
Yeah.
Puppets. If you had to choose
Oh,
one out
gosh,
of those
that's
two, man.
man. How do you pick between those two? I I couldn't pick, man. I'd as soon as I pick one, then I'm gonna call you back later and be like, no, no, I choose the other one. I choose the other one. But I
In
don't
this
know,
moment,
man.
which one comes
I,
to
I
mind? Which one
I
if
don't
you had
know.
to?
Well, actually, I just got the I just been playing a lot of the Metallica pinball. You know what I
Ah,
mean? Lately. So I gosh, I don't know. I mean, I think I've listened to more of the new album, to be honest, because the kids around me are all finding Metallica for the first time, nieces, nephews, so they're all playing the newer Metallica stuff, to be
ah,
honest. So it's it's funny, and again, it's hard to pick old school Metallica because I think of where my life was in those times. You know what I
right,
mean?
right.
So I pick, but probably Master of Puppets, man. Probably give it the Stranger Things advantage.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I mean, I'm a Stranger Things fan too, so I mean, I'd probably give it Master of Puppets.
And then just would it be that song if we were to play a song for you on Mandatory Metallica? Would it be that song, Master of Puppets?
Yeah, probably because I feel like listening to it now that you talked about it. So I'm probably gonna have to go listen to it now and go play a little pinball or something. But yeah, it's tough though. I mean, but even telling you that, I'm like, oh, should I have said that? Yeah, I got like Ride the Lightning too, man. But I mean, there's so many. I mean, Metallica's almost like not a fair question. They're like so iconic. It's like, what Bible verse do you like? Are you like Jesus, or you believe in heaven and hell? Like, it's like I don't even know how do you respond to that. It's just they're so iconic, and they're so big that it's everyone's got a story about Metallica for sure, for sure. But Master of Puppets, we're gonna go with it though. I got to pick something. I can't cop out.
There we
So
go.
Master of
Master of
Puppets, and
Puppets.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Beautiful, beautiful, man. Thank you so much for the time. Can't wait for
My
the
pleasure.
show in downtown LA at the Regent.
I can't wait, man. Thanks so much for taking the time with me, and we'll hopefully we'll do this in person here soon.
Yeah, man. Thanks. Safe travels.
Right on, man. Likewise. We'll talk to you soon.
Bye bye.
Yeah, bye, Mike.